The time has come. It has been almost 2.5 years of the making of the Rosemont History Museum. Now that it's finally open, let's go take a look.
To come in here and see this, that was a vision, is unbelievable.
I think the museum is wonderful, and whoever designed it is amazing.
There's things I'd never have believed I would see again. Lots of faces I remember.
It's fun to see everything that we have grown up with, displayed, and to see that history on the wall.
What do you feel right now standing in here?
It's sort of a overwhelming pride to know where this community started and the swampland that it once was to what it is today, and to be able to really tell the story of how we got here over a 70-year period. It's amazing, and I think that the construction and the assembling of all these artifacts is way more than I'd ever anticipated.
Very impressive, so excited to work in a community that has such history and it's being recognized.
I look like I'm actually hanging in the sky, painting this gorgeous mural. I'm kind of mind blown, baffled.
It's finally come to life. What do you feel coming in here and seeing everything put together?
Well, it's really exciting. It's a very incremental process, and we work very hard to visualize how it's going to look. But once other people who have not been involved in the project start walking through and you're hearing those reactions, a lot of them, their history goes way back with the village. So, someone's like, oh, that's my dad. It really choked them up, and it's like, oh, okay, we nailed it.
Even the interactive stuff, this is my first time seeing this stuff come to life.
Rosemont is known for entertainment, so we certainly didn't want anybody to come in here and have a dry experience. Mayor Stevens was like, we want to do it right, we want to do it once, so let's make sure we're doing it right. Really sort of more experiential and not just museum.
Welcome aboard for Rosemont Air. Thanks for flying with us.
Unbelievable, okay? Going into that fuselage, that was something else.
What was your first impression when you first came into this museum?
Sometimes you're not sure when you do these jobs. You're like, oh, there's this big new thing opening. And I have to say, I was very impressed. I thought, what a great way to look at a city from a different point of view and really bring layers to the history and context. And I think a lot of people, if you've never been to Rosemont before, might just think, oh, it's a spot to, have a little fun, go see a concert, you're kind of passing through. But there are people that live here. It takes a lot of work to create a village like this. And I think this space celebrates all of that.
I work at a hotel, so there's always what is there to do in Rosemont. So I think adding this, we can promote with our potential guests coming to Rosemont.
So we are actually in your grandpa's office, and this was all your idea. Tell me how this started.
So it started when, my dad came with this idea, we're gonna have a museum in our village hall. And my mind immediately shot to the Hall of Presidents at Disney World, and I thought that we should do the same thing with my grandpa. Now, we initially both thought that I was nuts. Then, after being hooked up with some Disney people, we found Sally Dark Rides, which is a Jacksonville-based theme park amusement ride company. They put together all the specs and told us how much it would cost, and it wasn't as outrageous as we thought it was going to be. And we decided to give it the okay, and now he's here.
A facsimile of the mayor that I just saw is dead on. That's exactly how he would look. That's how he moved his hands. That's how his facial expressions were. It's amazing.
So when the man of the hour arrived not too long ago, he looked slightly different because we had some hair and makeup going on, right?
So the wig that they put on to begin with, it kind of resembled what he looked like, and his forehead was as bright as the sun. So we knew that we had to have his actual hairdresser and also the people from Sally Dark Rides to help out with all that. But now that they gave him a haircut, they dyed his hair to be the exact color and everything. Spot on.
Mm-hmm. I think that Don's desk was a little bit bigger.
And lastly, just your feelings of being in his presence right now and looking at your grandpa.
It's weird because I never thought that I would, really be able to see him kind of. And now that, my little dream has, come to life and I can actually feel like I'm in the same room as him, it's really just magical.
I'm so proud of this, and I hope that the residents really take the time and walk through and spend the time to read some of the stories and dive into those interactives, because it really was well put together. It was a full team effort.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of history to brush up on, and I think I need to go through and learn more about my hometown.
All right, thanks, Lauren.
Thanks. Oh, sorry, I was just painting this rose tower with this amazing photo op inside the museum. And if you'd like to experience this whole entire amazing place, come to Village Hall. It's now open.